What's up guys, it's Dan from TechnoDC again, and with another unboxing video. As you know, for a long time, when I was using my old YouTube account of Danny is Ace, I was running off a 20-inch 2.4 GHz Intel Core 2 Duo iMac. That has actually gone now and obviously this setup is now replacing it. So I have bought myself a 13.3-inch MacBook Pro. It is the newer Intel i5 processor, 2.3 GHz. I can't remember what year it is. I think it was either 2011, 2012. It was one of the earlier ones. But either way, spec-wise, is going to be better than the iMac. Obviously, the i5 has, I think it's something they call hyper-threading or something like that, some kind of technology which will enable me to do better and better edited YouTube videos. But obviously, also, I'll be able to spec out the RAM to 8 GB altogether. Or is it 16? I forget anyway. And I'll also be replacing the optical drive with the standard hard drive in there, and also adding an SSD at some point, which again I'll do the upgrade videos on for that. So without further ado, let's get the MacBook Pro unboxed. Now I will say that it is a used item, relatively used anyway. The guy said that he didn't really use it that much because shortly after he bought an iMac, whether I believe that or not. Either way, the MacBook Pro, from the pictures, is in fantastic condition. So obviously this is a first unboxing video. It does come with everything in there. The only thing it is missing is the little 3-pin UK plug adapter that goes straight onto the power brick. But that's no big deal to me, guys. You know, I'm not that bothered. It'll just be using off the full length lead power supply. But everything else is in the box, and I'm looking forward to opening it. So I've got the standard knife here, which I'm just going to run down the back because it has got some form of seal on it. I want to do that. Let's flip over, and there we go. Instantly with Apple packaging, this nice foam padded thing to stop any damage to the top of the MacBook. It is obviously missing its like polystyrene sleeve thing, but that's no big issue to me anyway. So here we have the standard 3-pin UK power lead, which just clips on. As I said, I am missing the small part, which you can get with this with just the plug on the end, so kind of like that, as it were. But I can get one of them off eBay anyway, it's not a problem. So we'll put that down at the front there. Standard Apple packaging, designed by Apple in California. Lift the tab up and the MacBook Pro comes straight out. It's very, very nice condition. It's absolutely lovely. It needs a good clean. As with all aluminium design cases, with use they do get slightly dirty. Also in the packaging is the standard Apple power brick. It's interesting that it actually comes with the older MagSafe connection, so unless this has been replaced at some point in its life, because I thought that this came with the newer style, longer metal one rather than the plastic one, but I'm sure it works just as well. I can replace it if I want to. I may order a spare one anyway, because this will be, as I said, used in clamshell mode most of the time with my Dell display. But when I take the MacBook Pro out with me, rather than routing all the cables back out of where it's going to be plugged in, I can just obviously take the replacement one with me. Under the tab here as well, we have the guides, which comes with everything Mac and everything else, which I assume, I don't know whether there's any Apple stickers left in here, probably not. And then just your standard setup instructions, and also a Snow Leopard disc, which I assume this is what it shipped with, as on the front it says CPU drop-in DVD and not for resale. So there's obviously everything in there. We don't need that because I have a bootable line USB stick, mountain line should I say. So you need the power adapter and everything. So yeah, this is the MacBook Pro. Let me just make sure I'm actually getting in the frame here. Yep. MacBook Pro, so very, very nice condition. On the side here you have your standard Super Drive and the Kensington lock. On the front we have the infrared receiver for the Apple remote, which these don't ship with anymore, and the sleep light is very hidden. On the side we have the MagSafe connection, a gigabit Ethernet port, Firewire 800, mini display, 2 USB connections, an SD card reader, the headphone port, and also the battery life indicator, which says that it's 2 bars off full. And then on the back we just have the air vent and obviously everything else. So if we get this sucker opened, obviously the glossy display, with the MacBook Pro logo. This one does have illuminated keyboards as well as along with the glass trackpad with multi-touch gestures, which should be nice. Built-in eyesight webcam and your standard UK layout keyboard. So, you know, I'm looking forward to this. I haven't had a lot. As I was saying before, my iPhone rudely interrupted me by stopping recording. I haven't had a MacBook. I haven't had a laptop since the 17-inch MacBook Pro from my old channel of Danny is Ace. And it's going to be good to have one back again. I mean, obviously, it makes it more portable, so I can use it in bed. You know, it just makes life a bit easier. But as I said, most of the time it'll be sat in clamshell mode, right next to the desk here. Which, as I said in my Dell video, I will do a tour of a geek's room and get the setup, and obviously so you guys can see what I'm running and everything. Just a side note on the trackpad, I'm finding it a bit difficult to use. I find that it does hurt the top of my wrist when, obviously, because you're bending your wrist up to actually use it rather than leaning on it like you do a mouse. So I am thinking of returning that back for the Apple Magic Mouse. I think that may be a little bit better for me. Plus it will be white to actually match the keys on the Apple wireless keyboard. So anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed it as usual. My room is an absolute tip at the minute with changing everything round, unboxing everything. I've got the big Amazon box, I've got the big Royal Mail post pack that the MacBook Pro came in, and along with everything else. But what I am in the process of doing it right now is creating a bit of an art piece with all the Apple boxes that I have on top of my wardrobe. Which I've never had them before because I normally just store them in the cupboard or wherever in the wardrobe. So, you know, it'll be nice to have it out, make it more of a geek room again. I do also have a few reviews coming up now I'm back home, because the other two videos that I had of the unboxing videos before were down at my dad's in Devon, in Exeter. So now I'm back home I can do, because there's quite a few new products I've got since stopping YouTube videos that I obviously want to review for you guys. So anyway, as usual guys, it's been great talking to you and doing another unboxing video for you, and I will see you again shortly.